guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is your baby beauty as a baby world. We are the Posh Twins. As you guys can already see by the title below, we're gonna be answering some assumption about twins. Actually guys, we actually wanted to write on our IG stories that you guys should give us some questions or some assumptions you have about twins, so we can like clarify some if they are true or if they are false. But we don't have community yet. We are trying to build our own community. As you guys can see, even when we post some things on our YouTube community, we hardly have engagement on it, so we don't. So that's why we felt like we shouldn't bother posting it on our IG, because who is gonna answer or who is gonna give us the questions about it? Hopefully very soon we have our own family that we can call on and they are going to answer us. Yeah, so we have to ask some of our friends and family, and there's some assumption people normally have, like even when Wet and I are going on the street, normally people kind of like stop us and ask us that, will you guys do this? Do you twins do this? You know, some sort of questions like assumptions about twins. I feel like we twins are very amazing and wonderful. Like we're very unique. Yeah, very unique. So it's not surprising that people kind of have different assumptions about twins or identical twins or fraternal twins. I'll be like, these are how twins are supposed to be. Do you think because of they are doing like this, do you think this is how it's going to end? This blah 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 and stuff like that. So that's why we decided to do this video today and tell you some assumptions, whether they are true or whether they are false. So we are here to clarify for you guys. But this video is gonna be basically on our own opinion and perspective. Exactly. Like, so because everything are very unique and different their own way, so we are going to be talking based on our own, like we're going to be clarifying or answering those assumptions based on our own personal perspective and opinions. Because when we answer, why we have to put disclaimer is because when we answer this question, so you guys will not be like, oh, so that means that's how all twins behave. We all come from different backgrounds, and the way our unique is our bond is very, very different. Yeah. What can normally goes for twins A might not work for twins B. So I want you guys to put that in mind, so that you'll not be like, oh, so that this is how some might actually be a little bit like like in general, yeah, for twins. Yeah, but not everything. That's what we want guys to know. But before we get right into today's video, can be a very big thumb up, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn on your post notification so you can get notified when we upload a new video. Okay. So we have to hold on our mic because we don't know what's wrong with it. It gets cracking like. So I don't know if you guys can notice in the video, so we have to hold it like this as if we're holding a microphone. The first assumption people have about twins is, do twins fight? We normally get this question a lot, and I feel like people are mostly curious about, do twins fight? Yes, we do fight. We do fight. I feel like the fight can be categorized into many ways. We do have disagreements. I wouldn't call it fight, but it's normal for siblings to have fight. It's normal for people to have disagreements. I feel like if you don't have disagreements, I feel like your bond will not be that too strong, because there's no way you're going to have disagreements. I feel like when we are little, we kind of like, you know, we kind of like punch each other, fight, all these things, like, you know, it's just a normal thing, you know, when growing up. And you know, we can classify everybody as siblings, like because we are twins doesn't mean we are not still siblings. So we do have fight, but now that we are grown, I don't think we kind of like, you know, punch each other like before, because we do like, yeah, we are mature now, like, but we do have arguments. And to some twins they actually do fight, and some twins they'll tell you they don't fight, but it's kind of not, maybe the fight, maybe the reason why people like, maybe the reason why some twins be like, oh, we don't fight, is because the way people use that word, like, oh, maybe they punch each other, maybe they beat each other up, sort of like that. Maybe that's the reason why some people, twins actually kind of put like, oh, we don't actually fight, but we do fight. Yeah, twins do fight. Twins do fight. It's just like disagreement twins. There are some times whereby we don't agree on the same thing at first, which kind of cause disagreement. I'll be like, no, we have to put on this dress, and she'll be like, no, we have to put on this, you know, sort of that. Like there's some things, it's not even about, it might not even be about us, it might be about some opinion, it might be about based on something different, and we will not just have the same opinion on it at times and be like, no, it's not supposed, and from there it escalated into like a disagreement. And so twins do fight. I just want you guys to know about that. Yeah, we do fight. We do have like disagreements, not fight. Let me put like disagreements. Mostly when we are now grown, it's hardly for twins that are grown to beat each other, start punching each other up. Like I feel like it's when we are grown now that we understand what we call boundaries, that we understand when we feel like when there's an argument that wanted to lead to like conflict, like that can cause us punching each other. We just like, you know what, just stop. Yeah, like we're gonna we kind of give like each other that space. Yeah, like, we don't allow it to escalate into whereby we start
punching each
Punching each other. I
other.
think it's actually this is a generalized question for people. When you're having a disagreement with someone and you feel like you guys are not getting to a point whereby you can agree to
So
each
the
other, I feel
same
like
thing.
you just like let it be for a meantime. You guys go your separate way. Like not, I'm not saying like you guys just give each other
No, you need to
space.
give each other the space so that you won't like punch each other or say
Exactly.
something you're gonna regret later.
Exactly. And when you are calm, then you come back again and you just say that those things that you are not able to like conclude on, you'll be able to conclude on.
Yeah.
So we do fight.
We do fight.
Second assumption people have about twins, I feel like this mostly occurs with twins that say or said they are going to get married on the same day. Like
I think more
identical twins, like this for the female twins. Yeah, for the female twin. And for the male twin too.
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
put it like
yeah.
it is a generalized question. So I feel like when people mostly ask twins that say they are going to get married on the same day, and people be like, okay, so what if one has our own spouse and the second one does not have our own spouse yet? Will the first one wait for the other? Like, I don't know why people ask that question. Like,
I feel like one thing I used to tell people is that if you're not twins, you won't really know the unique bond that is between twins. And I know
Exactly.
it's normal for people to have that assumption about twins. But to clarify for you, God actually is very wonderful, because for God to create two people to look the same alike, like to look alike, I don't know how to put it. Like,
Yeah.
you should actually know that he's gonna perform his miracle so well. Why do you think he's gonna provide husband for one and we not actually give the second one? Like, God doesn't do his things that way.
I don't know. I feel like people are so much immersed, or how do is did I get the correct
yeah,
one? Are so much people have this kind of like fantasy. I can't call it fantasy, or people watch too much of Nollywood
or
movies
drama.
or drama. So I feel like they kind of like implement it into a real life or reality something. And I feel like what you want might not be what I want. So just
Exactly.
because it's what I want, you don't try to rub it up and be like, what if it doesn't go the way you want it?
Like,
And
you're not God.
Like you're not God. So because people ask this when my twins and I be like, oh, want to get married and sing, they'll be like, okay, what if one has our own spouse and the other one is not has not yet gotten our own spouse? I'll be like, no, doesn't happen in that way. I feel like when you manifest something in you, when you manifest something, I feel like God is going to
answer it
answer
the way you
it.
want.
And I feel like we are a miracle pair. Like
Yeah.
we're a miracle pair. We are, even we alone are like a testament to God's miracle. I don't know if I get that right. So all these things happen, when they say double the trouble, double the blessing.
blessing,
So
yeah.
everything's gonna be double. So I feel like, even though God forbid it, but I feel like one spouse is going to still wait for the other one. If it happened in some identical twins whereby one got a spouse before the other one got, I feel like they are going to
It's
wait.
not as if like they're gonna make the man to wait, because I feel like God just performed. That's why I said
Exactly.
God like twins is just like a miracle. Like us being pairs is the miracle. So like, and the way God works in our life is very wonderful. Because imagine like one spouse will come today and before you know, the next day the other spouse will show up. So it's
I'm not even talking basically on, let me not classify this one basically or generalize it basically on twins. I feel like my sister and I, everything that we have been doing, we're working in the same path all along. My mom tells us how we work on the same day, how we talk on the same day, how we, even now that we are grown, there are some things that we do it unconsciously at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's something that has been something that we at times we kind of question that what's going on,
like the way God work in our life is very
I don't know what kind of word should I put,
like, it's very wonderful. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
just
very
like,
wonderful.
because we're very wonderful children. Like, how would I put that word? Like,
everybody are wonderful children.
yeah, everybody, like, no, I'm just talking about twins. Like,
Yeah.
because we are made like very special. Like, we can call a twins a very special children, because we are two.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason why God make it like very special.
So
in our
if the
life.
twins said they're going to get married on the same day, you don't need to ask them question of what if one doesn't come and what if one doesn't come, or what if one spouse doesn't come before
yeah.
the other. I feel like that is in between them, and that's their own thing to solve, or that's their own thing to do.
Yeah,
So,
and we have twins as well that don't get married on the same day. It doesn't mean that their bond is not strong.
Exactly.
Or it doesn't mean like, and I feel like people use this assumption like, oh, maybe it's even one that is making it like, no, you have to wait for me to for us to get married on the same day.
Exactly, yeah.
No.
People have that assumption.
No,
I feel like it's this one that is telling that one that we have to get married. No. That's no. We have, like I said, we might be twins, but we still have our own boundaries and privacy.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean, but it's just like
when people ask my twin sister and I that why do we study the same course, and I'll feel like I love this course,
I
not
love this
because of
course,
her,
not because of my twin sister.
yeah, like we love it. So I don't know why people feel like, oh, it's because of our twin sister, because our sister wanted to do this, that's why she wanted to do this. No, don't, like, it's just a wrong
Exactly. So
assumption.
it's just a wrong assumption. Because we are twins does not mean we have to, like, go in the same thing. But we like because of my twin sister like this. I'd be like, oh, because now she likes it.
I
I
must
also
not like
dislike
it.
Like, no. So we are still different person at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, we still have, like, she's
Like, she's unique in her own way,
And
I'm unique in my own way, and
So
together
we are
unbreakable. The next assumption people have about twins is twins do get married to the same person or have crush on the same person. Like,
no.
no, we don't.
No, we don't. I feel like I'm not going to generalize this question because we when we went on a show, I don't know if you guys, if some of our audience actually watched the show on Cruise, whereby we are being asked that question, and it kind of gave my sister and I a little bit different perspective that, oh, so some twins do have crush on the same person.
Like, I felt like when they talk about crush, actually, if you are talking about celebrity crush, is normal.
I'm so sorry.
It's normal for twins to have crush on, like, like a celebrity crush, or like, like a
I feel
person,
like we have like 1 million people crushing on one celebrity crush. So
Yeah.
it's not something to,
like a bad thing.
it's not a bad thing.
But it's when people just generalize it, like maybe they are having like a romantic feeling towards just one person.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the reason why I'm like it's wrong. Like, we don't want, like what BT said earlier. We're not going to generalize it, because we do add stories of twins that do get married to one man
and have crush on
the same person, like
romantically.
romantically.
So, but I feel like to me and my twin sister and I, we do not have a romantic crush
on the same person.
or we are going. Well, we have the idea of getting married to the same person. I feel like people ask that question a lot because they see us do our things mostly alike, and they ask us that kind of like questions. I feel like my sister and I have more similarity than differences, but at the same time, that our differences at times outweigh
our similar.
No, I don't say it outweigh our similarities, but I feel like it's kind of like come in our
Like,
daily life. I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know how to put that
I don't
word.
know how
Like,
to put-
our similarities is many than our differences, but we have our own like different.
Exactly, like different things. So
yeah.
when it comes to like having romantic crush on the same person, we don't. And
we don't.
We never had that thought for once of
So,
getting married to one man.
God forbid bad
God forbid.
things.
I don't now know. Let me put it this way. I don't know. Someone might have crush on me and my twin sister and I, but they will never tell us because they do know. We normally say it like we do not have the same taste when it comes to guys.
Yeah.
We do not have what I see in a guy that will make me have a romantic feeling for him is not what my twin sister is going to see in a guy and made her have a romantic feelings for him. I feel like, so that's one thing why I tell people when people be like, oh, you guys are going to marry the same man, I be like, no, we can't.
I even hate that question. Like, it's kind of to me, it's kind of very annoying, because I actually ask people, like, it's just like you telling, like, we all know that there's nothing that is bad, like in general, like when you add this, you feel like, oh, this thing is bad. It's just like you telling an elder sister and a younger sister to get married to a woman, like, it's a common sense. You know that this thing is very bad.
Maybe some twins might love that, but we don't love that. So I feel like the assumption can be being in between. It can be neutral, whereby we can say it's false and it can be
true. That's why I said we have asked stories of identical twins, male, get married to one girl, and we have also had stories of female identical twins get married to one man. So,
but I don't feel like, but to us,
it's very rare
to see that kind of thing. They might have crush on the same person, and that's between them. I don't know what, maybe because of how they grew up or something like that. My son and I don't think, even though hardly the way I have crush on the same celebrity crush. Like,
we don't have the same celebrity crush.
Like, we don't, because we don't even see, maybe because, like what I said, we don't have the same taste when it comes to guys. So I feel like maybe that was why we don't have it. Maybe we had the same taste when it comes to guys, you might have the same crush on someone, like a romantic feeling, but we don't. So
it's
the assumption is wrong to us.
To us,
yeah. The assumption people have is twins do get sick at the same time.
I feel like this is mostly true. Let me just put like it's mostly true. Yeah, we do get sick the same time, but I think it's not something that occur every time. Yeah, to some twins it might occur every time, but I feel like as a twin, that's why I said that we are a miracle baby. We are miracle babies. Like I don't know how to put it. Like it do happen when we are very young, even when we are old, but it's like very rarely. It doesn't happen very often.
To me, I feel like I'll say it's mostly true. I won't say I won't classify it or categorize like it's true.
Yeah,
But
like it's false.
like it's false. But I'll say it's mostly true because it happens to my twin sister. And let me base it on our own perspective or our own opinion. My sister and I do get sick when we are very very little. Even when we are seeing our things, we get sick at the same time. Like it's it's become so very common that my mommy gets scared when one of us gets sick because she'll be like, even when one of us is not yet down, she's kind of like start using the same drugs for the both of us. But I feel like my sister and I just kind of like call ourselves to order, like, who is going to take care of the other if we get sick at the same time?
Yeah, I feel like it's when we grow up and we're like, this doesn't, not like we intentionally
Not like
do
we
it
intentionally
back
do it,
then.
but you know when you just like it doesn't make sense. Like who's going to take care of?
One has to have strong for the other. You don't understand? Like we just, both of us don't have to just like just get sick at the same time. It's not as if we are both not sick.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like we just call ourselves into order, not like we intentionally do it. So I want people to know that it's not that we intentionally do it. So, but I feel like we just there's this kind of thing that once you kind of give yourself like a conscious shake up, like conscious, but it kind of like happen if you tend to say a word every time. You kind of like call yourself and be like, oh, I don't want to say this bad word again. And from that time, you just kind of notice that unconsciously
it works for you.
So my time I kind of like call ourselves and be like, okay, if I get sick and you get sick at the same time, then who is going to take care of each other? What if mom is not at home? Are we going to continue doing this?
Yeah.
So since then, once one gets sick, even though the other one might have been feeling, because I feel like it's just like a telepathy something. Once I'm feeling sick, I know surely my sister is actually getting that symptoms too.
Yeah.
But it's just that it's one sickness outweighs the other. I might be terribly sick while she's just like having the symptoms already, but it's
like
not normal symptoms.
Sick.
Like she'll just be like, oh,
I mean, I'm not feeling very well.
But it's not as if we should not get sick at the same time. Like it doesn't make sense. We
are grown. We are grown adults.
So we don't want that to keep happening every time again. So that's why we are like, okay, we don't want it. So I feel like it's mostly true.
Yeah, it's mostly
true. And
I
I feel like what really happened for those things is that we sleep on the same bed. We do things. So there's a way that I feel like I'm just saying. I don't know if this is scientifically true. There's people say if you breathe the same air, you kind of like have the same symptoms,
when it
like that, something like that.
And when we are little too, like that's what we said. Like when we are little, you do happen mostly, and between all twins, I think like I've had twins that actually
there are some siblings that I've had whereby their mother will be like, oh, because one is sick, she has to quickly use drugs for the other one because or not they're going to catch it. So I feel like it's mostly true.
Yeah.
The next assumption is identical twins are always inseparable. Yes, they want to separate us. So why we ask that question? Of course, we are inseparable, but actually, I'm just kidding. It's kind of fun when people ask us and be like, sometimes when my sister and I are going on, like when we are going out, people can be like, hey, with the way you guys are doing, will you guys won't you guys get married to the same man? Like, because I'll be like, why are you asking that? They'll be like, oh, no. It's just that they're just like you guys are inseparable because the way you guys are doing, I hope you guys don't get sick when you guys like get married. And we just laugh. Actually, it's kind of true, and actually, it's not true. I feel like it's just the way people put it. Yeah, I feel like it's the way people kind of put it. I feel like there's no way, even as a sibling, when you grow up together, there's just the kind of bond or there's a kind of like tie that is in between you guys that you just feel like you can't do without the other person. Even it's not about physically. If I'm in a how will I put it? If I travel to another country, I still can't do without my sister. So I'll be calling her, checking up on her. We'll be discussing as if we are still like in the same place. It's like in the same place. So that's what I'm saying. Like we are inseparable. It's not something like okay, now that we are not in the same country or we are not in the same place, that means our bond is not going to be as the same. Has to, some people like maybe one has to die or whatsoever, or like they can't really do if they are not together, one is not going to function well. Maybe so. Maybe it's like what Beauty said earlier. Maybe it's so. That's why I said it's just the way people like
put it. When
Yeah.
they say identical twins are inseparable, yes, we're inseparable. You
But
can't
we are,
separate us.
exactly, but that does not mean we don't have. Okay, so if I'm going to toilet now, my sister has to follow me because we're inseparable. No,
No, or
nah.
going to our husband's house. That means I have no. Do you
No, no,
like
no.
no people think like if you're going to husband's house, I have to follow you like because you're going to husband's house, so that means you are very inseparable. Like she wants to leave her two sisters. No, it's not
No,
that way.
like it doesn't even work that way. So I don't know. The assumption might be true and it might be false. I
False.
can't even say it's neutral because it kind of outweighs the truth. Might outweigh the false, and the false might outweigh the
Because it
truth.
depends on
It depends
other
on the situation. Let me put it that way. It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
We might be inseparable in some places and be like, no, 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 no. And there are some places that will be like, it's just normal.
And
Like,
I wanted to add this to this question actually. Like I've actually told people this, and it's kind of like I don't know how people take it. Like when I tell people like
or
if
you tell people.
when I tell people like if my husband is coming to get because I feel like the reason they say inseparable.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
Like,
Yeah.
Like if my husband is getting me a gift, it's just like a gesture, it's just like a very kind gesture. Now maybe let me say we are both celebrating our birthdays.
Yeah.
We actually do our birthdays on the same day. Like if my husband is coming to get me a gift, like just like a kind gesture, it's not compulsory to get us like the same thing. I expect you to like get okay maybe say as your wife you are getting me flowers. If it's only a chocolate bar, just like have the thought of like, no, my wife is a twin, of course,
Yeah.
and they are inseparable. Like
Yeah.
just in that way, like, okay,
Yeah.
Kenny, take this.
This I gave it to you.
I give it to you as well. Just
Yeah.
like a injection.
Yeah, I feel like that's all. I feel like it's mostly there are some things that as a regular twins you just kind of let your partner know, and unconsciously they'll just kind of like catch up to it because
Exactly.
we dress the same way and things like that. I'm not saying if I'm going out with my spouse or we're going on a date, it's kind of like a turn on. I don't know how to put it. Like when we are going out, I feel like even we don't even tell them. Let me put it that we don't even tell them. They'll just be like, oh, I need to get for your twin sister.
So
I need to get. It's just like a kind gesture. Like
it's
like
kind gesture. Like,
even let's not put the spouse, my mom, our friends, people that like very close to us, they'll be like, if they want to get something, like I have to get you guys two things.
Yeah.
Like I can't get to one. Even though if we can't tell you, if you are close with us, we'll be like, oh, why do you give me? Why are you not going to give my second one? I'll ask for my second one. But if we are not that close with you, I don't want to come sound as rude or ingrateful. I'll collect that one and I'll share it between my sister and I. But if it's unshareable, we have to give it out.
Yeah. Exactly.
I won't use it. So if it's like we are still on the dating thing, so if my husband is going to get me a dress or something, it has to be like get for my sister. But if it's just like just me, he can get me that dress alone.
Yeah, of course. And she only wears.
And I only wear it when we are going out. Like I only wear it, not like I will just wait. I don't know how to put it. We have some gift inside now that it was like a different color of dresses, a different design. My sister and I don't put it on, but when we're inside, we do put it on because we just feel like it's just like a kind gesture.
Yeah, I
So
feel like the reason why they said inseparable is they always expect like maybe if you are going out to your husband, I have to like tag along.
no.
It doesn't work that way. Like
Maybe on the first date, I do. If I have not yet trust that person with my twin sister and I do like go, but not like I will tell the person. I just go like a FBI
agent, like,
FBI agent. So that's why
dress differently.
I'll dress differently. You're not even going to know. So I'll just go, just to be sure that okay, this person, my sister is safe with the person. But after that, bye bye, you can go. Like
bye. Like
you have
we have our own privacy. Like bye bye. So I feel like that's the reason why people like.
or maybe if I don't like the person. If I don't like that person, trust me, there's a way that we kind of like have this thing whereby I'll make you get tired of life. Because I'll be like, I'll make you sure, I'll be like, I'm going.
And I feel like it's really happening about twins. Like we quickly detect when someone is not good for our twin. Like people, there's this kind of thing we detect. Like no, this person not a good person. So I'm like very like no, she's not going out with you.
Yeah.
She's not like doing this. But if it's someone I really like for her, trust me,
we can be betting where we want to be.
So if it's really someone I really like with we have our own privacy.
Yeah, of course.
She should be going out with her husband and with her. No, what that wants to become a third wheel. No, I don't want to.
Yeah, it's kind of going to be cringy when I'm kissing my spouse.
And you're there looking.
Assumption people have about twins is one is always brilliant than the other. I think we've answered this one.
Yeah, we have answered it
multiple times.
Yeah.
They will even like one is kind than the other, one is evil, one is angel, one is controlling, one is blah, one is this, one is that. No,
it's not true.
It's not true.
And I feel like when it comes to brilliant, like they have to be like, they're like, no, one have to be the most brilliant than the other. I always tell them like is a force, like that assumption is force. Yeah, there may be a subject that my twin sister is very good at that I'm not really good at. And there also may be a subject I'm very good at that my twin is not good at. That's why I said we are very unique and different in our own ways, and together we are like one, like one and unbreakable.
Exactly.
Like I don't know how to put it to people.
So I don't know why when people see that it's just like a normal thing, but it's not as if one is not going to be like dumb, why the one is going to be brilliant. Yeah, I feel like that's how most people do question.
Yeah.
They'll be like, no, one of you is brilliant
Yeah, than the
one is
other.
not. No, it doesn't work that way. Even though maybe there's a subject or there's a course whereby my sister is like she knows everything. Maybe let's say she's getting like 10. That does not mean I'm going to get like
zero
or 2. I'm still going to get like 6 or 7. Like an average being. I remember when we were still in like uni, my sister would get like sometimes I get A while she gets B, and sometimes I get B's while she gets A's. So it's not as if one is like dumb. And when people feel like one is evil and one is kind, I don't think one is evil and one is kind. We can be evil at the same time. We can be kind at the same time. It's what you want that we're going to give to you.
And if you said one is evil to you and one is kind to you, it depends on what you actually did.
Yeah.
To the to the one that is evil to you.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't classify between like, oh, this one is the most kinder because it's kind.
People kind of say it a lot too, because there are some times where my sister and I go out, I just don't feel that person. Why my sister feels that person. So you could just kind of see me like frowning, and that person be like, oh yeah, you are so friendly, and it's
not friendly.
And it's not that I might not just like the person, or I just want to check if my splitter is still working. I might not just like the person, or maybe I'm trying to get to know the person. You know, there's sometimes whereby you just want to read the person to be able to show,
like just to read the person, like is this person a good person or a bad person.
I don't know why when people kind of like bring that assumption. Like that sometimes I'm talkative and sometimes my sister is talkative. So
and sometimes she's quiet. Why I'm the talkative one? Like I say that I'm ambivert. Why she's an extrovert? Like she talks a lot. Yeah, you do talk a lot. Why me?
She also talk a lot. There's some places where
I said I'm ambivert. Is it ambivert? I don't know. Like I can't call myself introvert. I'm between introvert and extrovert.
But there's sometimes she kind of like bring out that extrovert out. I'll be like, why she's talking too much today? Like I'll just look at her and be like, why is she talking? Even our mom sometimes be like, why are you talking like wealth? Why are you talking like beauty? Like my mom even say. So it's just like a normal thing. So I don't know why people kind of can't the question. So we hope we answered or clarify some of your assumptions about twins. I don't know what to say again, because you guys please engage on our videos, please kindly engage on our videos, watch from the beginning to the end. We want to hit our watch hour. Trust me, let's support each other, because we promise to give back to the community
exactly
when we start earning money from it. And you know, we can't do it alone. At times you guys need to support us so that we can get to where we want to be, and we can give back to you guys too.
And also please, you can also share with your friends and family. Like, you know, if you are supporting us, it doesn't mean only you watching our videos alone. Like share to your friends and family, like, oh, check out the Posh Twins, check out Beauty and Wealth. So they are nice people, you know, they can actually come to our YouTube channel, and I bet it that they are actually going to fall in love with one of our videos. Please guys,
share our videos. You can post it on all your social media handles. Please share it. I know a day is going to come whereby you guys will be proud to say, I supported them. Oh, I know them. I've actually been watching them even before they became they become this big, this big. So please just support us so you can have that proudness to be able to say, I knew when they started.
Please, we want to have a better life. Please, we want to get our camera.
We want to get a camera. We want to have our laptop. We have a lot of things that we want to have, and we want to give out to people too. Because not just because of us. I feel like a lot of blessings have come from IT Standard. We don't only base it on us. We give out to people, even when those blessings are like big. I don't want to say small,
and it's something that we actually know, like we usually said in every of our videos, like we actually want to become an international hijabi actress model. So if you guys support us, that is how our dream can come true. We want to travel all over the world. We want to travel we have never traveled out of our country. So
maybe we should drop our candidates so you guys can send us something, because right now we are broke as fuck.
Okay guys,
see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe,
turn off your post notification,
and give me a very big thumb up. Adios.